Today we are here for the Rogue Energy Australian Grand Prix. We have 16 drivers tonight. Obviously you have myself, SV Gorilla, in the commentary box. And returning for Season 2 we have SV One Shot. Good evening. Hope you're all well. Bit of a long pre-season. Well, not really much of a pre-season, but been a long break since it's been about a month. Right, so Q1, one driver will unfortunately go out. We do have the reigning champion SV Prix here tonight, and obviously the other half of the Constructors champion SV Vanzi. New teams for them both, which will be very interesting. Predictions on who you think is going to get pole position tonight? Yeah. Yeah, obviously we do have Snorlax here for the start of the season. He's not joining halfway through, so he's probably going to give John a run for his money. So we have Lucasade. Yeah, I would say so as well. We've got Lucasade out on track in his Mercedes. He was in the Mercedes last time as well. Yeah, which they both got new teammates. Luke actually has his girlfriend as his teammate, and which is yeah, Lucasade is already invalidated his outlet. That'll be interesting to see. Ninja's on his way out in the Red Bull. Who else we got out on track? We've got SV Ross returning again for this season. He left after the first few rounds last season due to personal reasons, but he is back. We've got the Spares joining for a full-time seat, as well as Sinistro. We've got SV Kisbo making her debut in SVOR. We've also got Darren making his debut for SVOR, and I guess you can technically say Gangster Al as well, seeing as he only did one race. Yeah, and Dalek's making his debut technically because he. Why? What's happened now? Right on board with Lucasade coming into turn 1. John doesn't like a lot of people, so we've got to get a flag already. That would be Renault. I believe that would be Elias. So Lucasade. Oh, and Ninja's out already. I mean, no one has to do qualifying now. You can literally just put in a slow lap because Ninja's is now out. Yeah, that's where Snorlax is now going through. Puts it straight into the wall, but Lucasade on a lap here. Luke. He's coming up to where Gareth is now. Keeping it very clean. DRS now wide open. Let's see if he can get this lap. Obviously he will be the first driver to put a lap on the board. We've got another yellow flag. That's the Renault of, I believe, Elias making a bit of a slight mistake. And we've got a Racing Point and a Williams kind of getting in the way of each other, and Lucasade about to cross the line now. Going to be a 1:25.1. That's a pretty decent lap. The Spares coming around the final corner now. He is on the softer tyre, so we would expect him to go a lot quicker. It's going to be a 1:23. Richard on a lap, Elias invalidated, and Ross unfortunately invalidated his lap, but he has the Spares ahead of him. He gets well out of the way. We'll ride on board with an Gangster Owl, puts himself up into P3. We've got Daleks on a lap as well, he's gone quickest in sector 2. As you can see on the right hand screen where that purple thing was. I don't know who's actually next to complete that. I believe it is. I do believe it is Daleks, so it will be. So Daleks coming round. I mean, to be fair, he was like, yeah, I don't know why he prefers tires. He's run out of airs. Going to be quickest. 122.3. We've got Snorlax running up very wide there and losing the back end, but it's going to come over the line. It's a 123.4, but on the harder tyres, and the world champion is now out, and Richard puts himself up into P4. Lucas Aid will be coming into the pits. SV Ross about to complete his lap now. Round the final corner. Should be a fairly quick lap for himself. It's going to be provisional first place. Ramsey now out as well. Got Pagoo, probably the man to watch for this season. Obviously a new teammate with Bradford. We've got he's already out. We've got yellow flags. That's got Kisbo now out on track. What is John's helmet? I can't really... Oh, it's like a... Oh, he's got Fernando Alonso kind of S. Talking of Daleks, who's just gone past him. Who's going to be starting their lap first? Sinistro is on his way out. Kisbo's just hit the ball there. We've got a... I believe Daleks slowing down. I think he may have run out of fuel. So I have to be careful of... I believe that was Ramsey just going past, and Tony. Yeah. Pagoo's starting his lap now. He's also on the hard, so he feels like he can get through on those tyres. See what his sector. Oh, he's invalidated that lap time. So he'll probably be going again. Tony now starting a lap. And we've got Ramsey as well. Ramsey, I think, is just ahead of him. He is indeed. Slight lift through that point. He's on fastest in sector 1 though. Ramsey was obviously voted the most improved driver of season 1. Didn't pick up any podiums, but he always did what he needed to do to get those points. Going through the fast left-right hander where Ninja's obviously fatally crashed. He is out for qualifying. Oh, he's run out very, very wide there. I believe he's got a new helmet for this season as well. Coming into the second to last corner now. Let's see if he can push himself up there. I would probably predict probably 5th, I would say. Yep, goes into 5th. Right on board with Tony, who's invalidated his lap. Pagoo on another lap now. Oh, we've got another yellow flag, which is Darren. He's about to start his lap. And Tony's already invalidated that lap. Useless tit. We've got Elias in the Renault. Obviously, he was in the Red Bull last season. Picked up 3rd in the Constructors. Richard's still in that Red Bull, so it's nice that they kind of like put the helmets to the livery of the car. But Elias is about to cross the line now. Pushes Ramsey into 6th. Still got 9 minutes of qualifying to go, and that's Darren. Well, he is German, so you expect. Darren's just gone quickest into his first sector. Sinistro, I think is. I know Purdue about to set a lap time here. Goes up to P4. That's a mega lap. And Sinistro goes even quicker. And Ramsey's going around the final corner now. This should be probably a slight improvement. Yep, moves himself up to 6th. We've got Tony basically dead. I think he's, oh no, he's just in really high gear. Darren on the other hand, he's pulled out of that lap. I think he may have got held up slightly. He's probably going to go again. We've got another yellow flag which is for, I believe, Bradford. Yep, Bradford's out on track now, about to start his lap. Oh, and Despairs is out as well. Oh, that's a massive shame. So he will be out of qualifying, so everyone will be going through. Kiz is about to start her lap. The only female driver in SVOR. So we get good. Oh. Another yellow flag. I mean, Bond would be happy. Depends what kind of academy she goes through. Oh, Sinistro's just missed the pit lane. Got that on stream. Ramsey's going again. I personally don't really notice. Darren's about to cross the line here. Got another yellow flag, I believe that's for Tony. That goes up to P2. Bradford's about to cross the line now. Who's up to P5, waiting for Tony to actually complete a lap. We'll be coming in, we've got 6.5 minutes to go, and Kisbo about to complete her lap now. I think she's had a bit of a scruffy lap here. But she's managed to put your airs up for one. I don't know, if anyone's in a party with kids, tell her to put her airs up. She's running in, I believe, lean or low or whatever one is. We've got anyone on the lap. We've got Ramsey on a cool down lap, even though he's wasting his airs. We've got both Mercedes together. Hash drivers, P1, we've got a Red Bull now coming out, I believe that is Richard, considering he is the only Red Bull. We'll ride on board with him. Kids, turn your ears up. You don't know what ERS is. Actually, she's got a much quicker lap for stuff, I think. Oh. Use your DRS as well. She is pretty new to league racing though, so. There you go, she put it up now. Oh, that's her off. Oh! Oh, that's a hefty hit, but only some wing damage. Please don't start going wrong, man. He's on an outlap. Oh, yeah, he's down on track now. Very wide there. I mean, Tony should make it through in his crashes. It's most likely going to happen because it was. Oh, we've got a Red Bull, and that's Richard off the track. Oh, Tony's gone off. Is he? And moves up to 313. Moves there, going around the final corner. Moves up to P8. Matt is on the harder compound. I mean, he'll be going through regardless. Jose comes into and no one is on the track. Says like he's done enough. Not open the red mega pack. Oh. And that is the end of qualifying. God, we've got 10 viewers. Jesus Christ. That's the most that we. Nah, you can watch. It just kind of plays messes up the internet. Well, not ours, but theirs. So, going through to Q2, we've got Sinistro, Darren, SV Ross, and Daleks. SV Radford, SV Pagoo, SV Ramsey, SV Lucasade, SV Snorlax, Elias, SV Richard, X Gangster, Al X, SV Tony, and SV Kisbo. And out of qualifying, we have Despairs and Ninjas. Massive shame. But that's racing. And we go on to Q2. Obviously, top 10 will have to start on the tyres that they qualify on. Be interesting to see if anyone can get through. Seems to be getting darker each time we go into qualifying. I've got a car got SV Tony on his way out. This will be the first driver. We've got a Renault of Elias. This will be most likely. Let's actually ride on board and we'll see if he does. Oh no, Jesus. I know he will. 12, I need to get a chat up with him. See if anyone's talking. No, they need to add more camera angles. Right, so half the grid is already watching the street, that's pretty standard. Ugh. So it'll be Elias, Tony, Ross, Kiz, Gangster Al, and then Daleks. Beautiful. John's typing in the chat. Right, so Elias starting his lap now. Came very close to winning the championship. Unfortunately, he missed a load of races, which kind of didn't help him in the standings, but pretty solid season for him. Yeah, flag. Williams is just going slowly. Elias obviously setting the fastest sector 1. Elias getting very, very close to that wall. And obviously the fastest in sector 2 as well. We've got sector 3. Coming up to finish his first flying lap. Still got 11.5 minutes to go. And the final corner, don't want to go too wide. And Elias is obviously going to put himself into P1. And then we have Ross, who's invalidated. Tony did actually invalidate his lap time for once. Looking across the line, it's going to be a fairly slow lap, but 125.1. Kisbo around the final corner. Kisbo goes into third. There's some drivers. Ross starting another flying lap after invalidating his first one. Gangster Al comes back into the pits. Obviously wasn't very happy with his in-lap. Saw that out on mediums, so he's got to start his lap as well. Riding board with Ramsey, who's invalidated lap. Will be also out on track. Oh, we've got a yellow flag. I believe that's Tony getting out of everyone's way. He was starting his lap, got Ross to complete his lap. And he got a few corners to go. He's got a couple of cars ahead of him though. We've got, I have no idea who that is off the track there. Just going to get a nice slipstream here. Goes P2. And then, oh my god, Ross. Jesus. We've got Tony getting out of the way of literally everyone. Oh, Richard is around. He must have run out wide. I did that in VVR. And then kind of killed JJ in the process. What we've got to do on another set of hards. Unless he goes to mediums. Unless he's just putting a banker lap in, I'm guessing. Yeah, 123. I think Richard spun again. I don't think he has a front wing. No, he doesn't have a front wing. I'll explain it. He needs to be careful. He does have Ramsey is on a lap now. Got Ross letting cars through as well. Got Sinistro about to complete his lap. He's got Ramsey, I think, just ahead of him, so he's going to get a very nice slipstream. Ramsey moves up to 6th while Sinistro goes 3rd. Got Lucas on his way back out now. Got Gangster Owl out as well. Still got Bradford and Snorlax still in the pits. No one's been able to beat a liar shit though. We've got car readying to come out, but I'm not sure who it is. Oh, it's Richard. He's now coming back out. Ramsey, I think, on another lap here as well. Yep, going into turn 1 now. Haas going pretty slow. Gangster Al puts himself in 7th. Here comes Ramsey crossing the line now. Slight improvement. Doesn't move up any further though. I think Richard, he just lost it again. Took out of the wall this time though. Darren on a lap now. Lucas on a lap as well. How on earth was that not a cut? Oh, and Lucas gonna be out! How is he not out? How? How is he not out? Yeah, he's got enough time. He literally destroyed the barrier. If you watch who's coming through, if you look at Ramsey, look at that tyre barrier. He's completely destroyed it. Oh no. Oh, we've got a red car going very slowly. I believe that's Ramsey letting cars through. I've got Darren about to complete his lap actually, so... Yeah, we're not running numbers this season. What is this up to date? Alright, you got a Renault 1-2. don't know how to use yet. No, I've signed up and everything. I'm just waiting for an invite for this club that we have to join. How is that not a corner cut? Oh my god, that barrier. Tony's gonna have to be careful here. Snorlax is on a charge here. Slight lift through the final corner. Wheel spin on exit. Tony's starting a lap now. Let's see if we can actually... Way too soon. Got Brad now out as well. And Lucasade with a brand new front wing until he bins it into the barrier once again. Which would be hilarious. Starting his lap now. See, Lucasade and Richard can make it through. It should be fairly easy for him. Yeah, we've got a Renault. We've got Snorlax spinning slowly. Not a Renault. I mean, technically it is a Renault because they have a Renault engine, but. Yeah. 2021 is going to be a massive season for F1. Oh, Richard's run out very wide. Oh, he needs to hit that ball. I think Richard's broke his front wing. Yeah, he has. I think that might be his qualifying over. Oh, he just hit the wall again. Pogu just gone P2. Let's see if Lucasade can actually get through this bit without spinning into the wall. Oh, he nearly did it again. He nearly did it again. See, once you get past that track, you haven't really got anything to really worry about, really. So Richard is out in qualifying, which is a massive shame. But Lucasade should make his way through. Should be fairly simple. Goes to P9. Brad should easily go near the top. Yep, goes P3. Is Pog on another lap? No, he's going fairly slowly. So I believe that will be Gangster Owl. Tony, I think Tony's got enough time to do one more lap. That sounds about right. Where the hell was he placed? And Tony is also out in qualifying. Oh, Ramsey is. Oh, I think Ramsey might be out of qualifying. I don't know if Luke and Ramsey made contact. I'm really not sure. Only retired in the pits. Brad's not on a lap. I think Ross is on a lap though. Yes, he is. Going around the final couple of corners. Doesn't need to complete this lap, but he's trying to anyway. DRS wide open. Should be improves just, but he's obviously still made it through. Daleks on a lap himself as well. You got your audio included?
the fuck?
You haven't had your audio included all this time. Right, you have to introduce yourself again then. Right,
I
in the
did.
commentary box you have myself and...
I did at the start. I think I
don't
did
know.
at the start. It's just like glitched itself out and taken it out.
We're just waiting for Daleks to complete his lap. I don't think he's going to. If he is, he will most likely be pulled out. Can't hear Jack. He didn't have
You
his
should be
audio
able.
included.
I should now. You should now.
That is that. That is Q2 over. So going through into Q1 and the battle for pole position is Elias, Pagoo,
Yeah,
Bradford,
Ramsey went out,
Darren,
by the way.
SV Ross, Sinistro, Snorlax, Daleks and Lucas Aiden out on qualifying. Ramsey not making it through, even though he technically did made it through, but he is out of qualifying. Gangster out on qualifying as well. Tony, Kisbo and Richard. Richard not being able to set a time though. Should be all much the worry, but they will be all starting on fresh tyres, which isn't the worst thing.
And they have free tyre choice as well. Except Ramsey, I don't think. Ramsey will still start on the.
So we have 9 cars battling out for pole position. I'm going to have to go with probably Pagoo.
He's probably going to try and set a lap on softs now.
Yeah, everyone should be going on soft. I would assume so. Yeah, everyone.
See, I don't get. One thing I'm not going to get is, even though Ramsey crashed out, he qualified in 10th position. Does that mean he still has to start on the tyre he qualified
He technically
on?
qualified in 9th because he was ahead of a load of people, but no, he was a little bit further up than that, I think.
No, but you know what I mean. He has to still has to start on the same tyre that he qualified on, even though he crashed out. I think Snorlax is the first one out. Snorlax, then John, and then Brad. And that camera angle, Codemasters, is a pile of wank. So Snorlax is going to be the first one to set a lap.
He's got I think he's got a helmet dedicated to Kobe Bryant.
Who?
Snorlax.
I like Brad's helmet.
There's Brad. Oh yes, nice. All the drivers now gearing up for their laps, and Snorlax around the final corner to start his lap. Now we've got Ross on his way out.
It's going to go Matt, John, Brad, Luke, both Reynolds, and then both Hasses. And then the Williams.
Okay. So we've got Snorlax.
No, I forgot. I'm going to have to put this back on because this game's a dick and removes it all.
You have to include your audio again.
No! The telemetry and... Yeah. The only thing that stays on there is a map.
Yeah. annoying now. Just need to get rid of that. Snorlax.
Yeah.
First lap.
John
Third
following.
last
Luke's just spun it.
corner. Oh,
And
Lucas A's out qualifying.
exact same place where he crashed as well.
And Snorlax back across the line. WL 121.8. And Pagoo goes even quicker with a 120.7.
And Brad goes
Brad
second.
Sinistro. Oh, be careful. Posting is on, but I don't think that's going to mean much of a difference. Please don't tell me he destroyed the tyre wall again.
He crashed in the exact same place where he did last time.
Darren moves up into P3. And Elias got to cross the line now. P4. We've got Ferrari, Renault.
McLaren.
Got another yellow flag. That's one of the Ferraris going slow, which is rad. He's in 8th gear apparently. He's going to do 8th gear.
He's cool down lap.
Sinistro goes to P4. We've got Daleks nearing the end of his lap as well. Is that Pog and yes, Snorlax together on track? Daleks about to cross the line here.
Only P7, wow.
P7.
I bet Luke's annoyed with himself.
Ross about to complete a lap as well. Ross around the final corner.
Tell you not doing what you did last season with the interviews thing.
Nah.
Until the end of the race. Ross just gone P3 by the way.
Showing some very decent pace. Snorlax.
I think I was
waiting for Darren's car to move. Snorlax very low down there. Who's now coming back out?
Nah, they're all trying to get in. What load tyre are they on? Oh, they're all on softs.
Well, that's probably the last bit of action we'll have. Oh, no, Pagoo is now coming back out.
I think John starts on mediums, didn't he?
Yeah. He's got a massive gap to Bradford though.
Yeah, it's near enough 1.5 seconds. Yeah.
Nah, 5/10. I mean, Dalek's is 1.5 behind Pagoo. It just shows how quick Pagoo is. I mean, last season, obviously, he started, like, basically at the back, and still came away with a win. It's going to be nice to see what he can do when he's actually leading from nearer to the front. Obviously, we've still got 5 minutes of qualifying to go. So anything can obviously happen.
That was a corner cut, John.
It's fine. Still kind of anticipating Snorlax to jump up to at least round 3rd and 4th. Surprising that he's down in 7th. We've got 2 cars out on track and Pagoo is coming back in. For some apparent reason.
I'm going off that because that's doing that glitch for me.
It's starting to rain or something? I can't see any rain. He just smoked one. I don't work that way.
I just had something come through on my Twitter feed, yeah? Son got a sending off, something similar earlier in the season for Spurs, should Harry Maguire got a red card for the exact same incident. I think he should have.
I mean, I personally can't, haven't seen it, so I can't really
Hang
comment
on,
just yet.
I'll tag you in it.
Is it the one where what he did against Chelsea, where he kicked out? And this shows
Yeah.
just one quickest in sector 1. This time would put him currently.
Oh, it's 1-0 United. Martial just scored. Martial.
I really hope Golo scores. Garlo, or whatever his name is. I know he's on the bench, but he most likely will make his debut tonight. So this
Yeah,
show...
Martial just scored literally on the break of half time. Assisted by Aaron Wan-Bissaka.
So right back to a left wing standard. So this show about to complete his lap here. Should be a fairly decent lap. He could go up to second with this lap. Potentially even pole position. He's going to cross the line. It's P3.
Third.
Bradford is now on his way out as well.
Matt's coming back out as well.
Yeah, I would expect him to come back out. He's very, very low down. Dalek's
Oh
out
my
as well,
god, that
and
Hummels card.
Elias. We've got, this is Stop Talking About Football. Yeah, Jack, stop talking about football. We'll talk after the race about football. Who's going to be starting their lap first? I believe it's Elias. I know what Sinistro. Cool down lap might go again.
Really, Castro. It is raining, actually, by the way, by the looks of it.
I'm trying to see if there is.
Because that floor where they've just gone past was actually soaking wet.
It might just be the shadows. I'm trying to see if there is.
No, because the track's got a little bit of a glisten to it.
It probably means it's probably about to start raining. I can't see any rain falling down as of yet. Elias going even quicker on his lap.
It's just the track looks way too shiny.
You never know, we might have a wet race. Although people would have qualified on the softer tyres. Oh, Elias.
I gotta admit, I like Racing Point's new livery.
Just BWT all over it.
They're pretty much basically Arden.
Sinistro hasn't gone on for another lap, but this will be the last laps of qualifying, and so Elias going around the final corner now. This should put him up a little bit further. Oh, he doesn't. Goes quicker but doesn't improve. Oh no, he improves, and small laps up into P4 with Sinistro ahead of him. We've got Dalek's crossing the line.
Didn't even
Doesn't
improve.
improve.
Oh, he did improve, but only slightly.
Oh, Pog has gone even quicker. This should be fairly decent lap, and Bradford about to cross the line as well. Improves, but doesn't move up any positions, and Pagoo round the final corner. This should be a massive improvement. This should put him up even further. Until the line he goes, it's going to be a 119, isn't it? Oh, 120.4. That's a massive gap. And
Darren about to cross the line.
SV Ross. Oh, moves up to P3, I think. Yeah, he did. Mental. Lovely lap from Ross there. So, Q3 stands. It's Pagoo on pole position. That's where he wanted to start, with Ferrari claiming P1 and P2. With Ross in third. Sinistro in P4. Snorlax P5. Darren in P6. Elias P7. Daleks in P8. And Lucasade not being able to put a time in after crashing on his lap. Will be starting
I'm surprised
in
to see
P9.
Snorlax that far down, to be honest.
Hmm.
Darren did quite well on his debut.
Yeah, he's had a fairly decent qualifying session. Obviously, we do have, I can't remember how many laps there is. I think there's 29, I want to say. I can't actually remember. I haven't done Australia in a while. So the order of the grid is going to be Pagoo, Bradford, SV Ross, Sinistro, Snorlax, Darren, Elias, Daleks, Lucasade, Ramsey, Gangster Owl, Tony, Kisbo, Richard, and then Despairs and Ninjas, sorry. Currently got 11 viewers. We've got to wait for Ninjas to ready up. Obviously there will be a 5-second time permit for anyone else that does ready up. All drivers should now be aware of that rule. I did tell Darren just before the race, so he should know of it. But I told him not to ready up before Ninjas. Obviously, fairly long race. Who do you think is going to come away with the win?
John, probably.
Yeah. Obviously, there is a new rule, an extra point for a Grand Slam, so that obviously means, I know it should be lead every lap, but we're not really going to count that. We're just going to count pole position, race win, and fastest lap. Which I think Pagoo is more than capable of doing.
Oh, that's a nice car.
Let's just have a look to see who's currently watching. We've got Bruno. I don't really know who that is. Daleks, Jotun Nafa, which I think is Nathan. Actually, John, myself, Kisbo, you, and V&K. I don't know who V&K is. Oh, in all honesty. But good evening, guys. We are here for the Rogue Energy. We are sponsored now by Rogue Energy. Hence why it's called the Rogue Energy Australian Grand Prix. Oh, just found another lighter. Thank you very much.
I can't wait to see the new Vin Diesel movie.
Ninjas is readied up, so we will get this race underway with a formation lap. Let's see if it's been turned on. Should be. Ten seconds until the formation lap starts.
I'm going to tag you in something on Twitter.
Here we go. Formation lap starting now. Yeah, 29 laps, called it. So, Pagoo, Bradford, Ross, and Sinistro starting on mediums, as well as Darren, Daleks, Lucas
I think half
and
the grid.
Ramsey.
I think half the
And
grid is starting on
Despairs.
these.
Snorlax is starting on the hards here, so he'll be going a very long distance into the race, but he's going to be under threat from pretty much everyone behind him. But I know how good Daleks is on his tyres. And then we've got the likes of Elias, Gangster Owl, Tony, Kisbo, Richard, and Ninjas, all on softs. So some very mixed strategies going on right now, which is always nice to see. But Magoo is leading, and he just hit the wall. I don't know, I think that might have just been lag.
I'm calling it now. Clusterfuck into turn 1.
But obviously, last season Bonge was on pole until he got destroyed by Luke. Turn 1. I'm not going to have that today. I mean, Lucas Aid is still there, but Bonge obviously not being able to be here tonight due to work. It's a bit of a shame, but hopefully he will be back fairly soon to start his season off. Oh!
Oh, there's a
Brad
3.
and Luke, Brad and Pagoo, I think he just made contact. Not really sure what happened there.
Richard's there as well. Tony, Al is there as well also. So is Danny, Darren, and so is Elias as well.
So they've probably all made contact with each other.
And this fucking glitchy camera is doing my head in now.
There we go, 4 race lights, 5. And away we go, and Pagoo seems to have got a fairly decent start.
Sinistro got a great start as well.
Sinistro with a into turn 1, and Pagoo. Oh, there's been a collision. Oh, and Darren's into the wall. It's not a great start to his career.
And Richard's just hit the wall.
Is that a safety car? No, it's just a yellow flag. I thank God for that. So Pagoo is currently leading with Sinistro in P2. Bradford
Richard's got no front wing,
start.
by the way.
Oh, God.
And I'm literally on about literally no front wing.
Oh my God, he hasn't, has he? Jesus. I think Kiz has got some damage as well.
Yes, yes. Right side.
And so's Darren. Oh, we got. Oh, it's
Sinistro
out.
Exact same place where Luke crashed.
We've got a safety car. That could actually help the soft runners at the moment. They could easily just come in and pit. And it'll help the guys that need to pit, obviously. They're the likes of
Darren,
like Richard, Kiz, and Darren. Lucas Aid is just overtaken Tony, apparently. Lucas Aid is into the pits, is the same as Tony. I'm guessing Lucas Aid has some slight damage as well then.
Despairs his pit as well.
Why is Lucas Aid pitting? He has no front wing down, he's gone on to softs. Snorlax also in, he's on a set of mediums, which is definitely going to help him. Lucas Aid does in fact come out ahead of Tony. Richard will obviously be last, but Darren's now, he's going to be on the harder compounds. Obviously with the most recent update for F1, well actually a couple of updates ago.
A week ago, weren't it? The update came? With the safety car and all that?
Around 2 weeks ago for the safety car. It comes out more frequently, but there is apparently a limit of 6, but yesterday watching VVR and commentating on it for the last kind of half, We had
Yep.
around
There was 4 in
like
total.
well, there was more than that. There was like 2 before that.
No, there was
There we go.
4 normal safety cars and a virtual safety car.
I wasn't really counting, to be fair. So Ross has moved up to second. Let's get the position change. Who's Ninjas starting from the back is up into P7 currently. Kisbo's into the points, but I feel like Snorlax is probably gonna get these. Kisbo hasn't changed her front wing, by the way.
She really
Oh no,
needs
she
to turn
didn't
down
pit,
her.
did she?
No, Luke did. She needs to turn down her
Kiz, you
hers,
need
though,
to
to be
pit.
fair. She's doing it now.
Thank you. Can go a little bit faster.
Darren just got a 5-second
Darren.
penalty for corner going.
He's in the pits as well.
Darren.
How's he pitting?
Why is he pin again?
Oh,
Yeah.
he's going on to mediums. Oh, he's got
He-
serving his penalty. Oh, Snorlax has just picked up a 5-second time penalty as well. If they feel like that needs to be removed, we will remove them. To be fair, because you're not gaining an advantage when you're behind the
In a
safety
safe-
car, so we're going to
yeah.
We'll remove. I think Darren's actually just served his 5 seconds,
Yeah.
so we can't really do much about that. As Kiz she's got a new front wing on her car.
Snorlax.
We'll remove. Yeah, we'll remove Snorlax as well because. Oh no, I think he's gonna have to serve that when he pits. I think. You know what? We'll take 5 seconds off at the end, if you get what I mean. Even if they
Yeah.
have served it, we'll remove 5 seconds off wherever they finish, and then I feel like that's fair. So obviously Ninjas. I think Ninjas actually could finish in the top 10. I mean, I think the only person that he really needs to worry about is Snorlax, personally.
And maybe the spares.
The spares, maybe Darren, if he can fight his way through. Safety car is in this lap, so we're going to ride back on board with the... Oh, Pagoo's round! That's going to require a front wing change. So, oh, that's...
Oh. Yeah. And she's lost her front wing again as well.
Oh, what is going on? Oh, Ross starting now. He's leading this race now. Kiz has not come into the pits. Snorlax has already gone past, and Tony, I think he's just spun. Got Richard all behind him though. He's got Darren behind him. What tyres could do going to? He's gone to a certain medium. Could take him to the end.
Yeah. He's got to use 2 sets of the Mandarin tyre though, hasn't he? So he's got to go into softs at some point.
He does. But I mean, safety cars and everything will most likely happen around this track, especially when you get to this part of the track. And Lucasade being him, he might. Oh, there we go. That's Ninjas into the wall. Guys are gonna have to be careful here. So Ninjas is gonna have to pit. Thankfully, he didn't.
Brad sets the fastest lap.
Brad's attacking Ross here though.
He's also got Elias coming
Oh,
around
hello.
beside him.
Where did Elias come from?
That was a great move by Elias.
Oh, Brad's slowing
And
it down
Brad
just
out.
in time.
Yeah.
That was a dive bomb and a half, but he's made it stick. Vagu will most likely overtake Ninjas here. Seeing as Ninjas will be going 38 miles per hour and Vagu is basically tripling that.
Ninja's got on the hards.
Yeah, he'll probably go to the end on those. I mean, with the safety car coming out more frequently, it probably won't take long for Vagu to really get onto the back of everyone. Oh, hello, we've got Darren and Richard battling it out. Obviously, Darren's pretty new to some of the drivers. He does know the likes of
He does know
Lucas,
league racing.
Ramsey, Tony.
He pretty much knows league racing as well, because he's been doing it for so long.
Yeah. Obviously, the newest to league racing will probably be Kiz. Started off her league racing in, I believe, Synergy. DRS been activated this lap, but Bradford doesn't actually have it, so that's going to have to wait for another lap, I'd say, or maybe on the back straight. Ramsey's having a pretty decent race, but he does have Snorlax right behind him.
Unless his DRS is broke.
No, because no one was getting it. Kizbo's into the pits again, and that's a 5-second time penalty. Speeding in the pit lane, Pagoo moves up to P13. Long way behind though. Oh, we've got another yellow flag. Oh, and that's Darren out. Oh! That's a massive crash. Is that a safety car? I believe so.
Yes, it is.
Well, that's definitely going to help Pagoo.
He literally saw that right at the end there. He's like, oh, fuck.
I mean, ghosting is on, so you should be able to go for it. To spares. John's going to have to stick behind the spares here. The spares will have to pit. I think Richard's going to have to pit again. He does indeed. Tony is going to have to pit. So Pagoo could easily come back up into the points here. But Elias is into the pits, that's why. So is Ramsey getting off those horrible tyres. Although Ramsey could probably stay on those.
That's two in like what? 7 laps?
Tony's also into the pits, and that's a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Richard into the pits, the spares. Daleks has hit Brad. How is Daleks ahead of Bradford now? The Goose is also into the pits again.
Going on to hards.
He's on soft. I know he's on hard, sorry.
Yeah, it looked like he was
Tire glitch. What are these two doing? Brad's got the front wing. Well, he's got part of a front wing. Daleks has part of a front wing missing. Guys, I know you two are probably going to watch this after, but I know you two have a rivalry, but please don't bring it over into SVOR. So Lucas aids up into P5. But he will need to make a pit stop because he is on soft. Kiz is going very, very slowly. She can go quicker. She should be able to go at full speed because she's right at the back. Daleks, Bradford are in. That will promote Snorlax up into P2. Lucasade into P3. Absolute scenes. where's Pog? There it is. And will he be able to get Brad? I'm gonna shoot though. So Brad will.
The spares might even get him as well.
Yeah, you get both of them. You just gotta wait for kids to catch up. So as it stands, SV Ross currently leading. I believe in the. I know Snorlax is pitted. And he's made his mandatory pit stop, so Ross will need to pit, Gangster Owl needs to pit. Lucozade is on a set of softs for some apparent reason. Sure
He'll still need to pit again though.
Yeah. And everyone else
Because
is
the
pitted,
softs
so
die off very quick in Australia.
that is true. I've got a lot of viewers now. What's going on?
Even in the F2 cars, they died off very quick.
Oh, I think Sam's watching. Is his Twitch name the Gosloth GD?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's watching. Safety car is in this lap. So that's Ross will now technically become a safety car.
The spares with the
Spares,
that'll get removed.
that will get removed as well. And I think Ross is. Oh, that was nearly a collision between. Oh, Lucas 8 hit into the back of Gangster Owl. That will. I'm not really sure what happened, but. SV Ross is absolutely bolted, and Lucasade on the charge. Oh, we've got another yellow flag. SV Ninjas all over the back of Tony here.
I don't think either of them have got damaged though, by the way.
Both Red Bulls fighting each other. Oh, that's going to be a collision. Oh, I think the Goose. Has he got away with damage? He's got away with damage. How on earth? Oh, backwards into P12. Someone, Tony hit the ball, so he's got no front wing. Bot.
Well, he's got a front wing, he's just got no end plate.
That's with Ross picking up technically the first penalty.
Official penalty.
Everything else has been under safety cars. But he's currently leading. Snorlax is up into P2. Lucas
Elias has got around the Gangster Owl.
Gangster Owl is still there though. Elias will probably make a move up the inside, but there's Ramsey as well getting into the thick of things. The spring in my bed just went boing. I've got Ninjas as well, got both Red Bulls into spares. It's going to be probably holding up Pagoo here. Pagoo will probably try and make light work of all these guys. Does have his teammate Bradford just behind him, and Tony into the pits as expected. And
Kids with a 3
second. Up a 3 second time penalty. I think John might have slight front wing damage. I might just be dirty air actually, I'm not really sure.
Ross and Snorlax, by the way, are gone.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me.
Tony with a 3 second time penalty.
You should just come out the pit.
You probably cut the chicane.
Most likely.
To be fair, Luke's still trying to keep up with them too.
Yeah.
To be fair, he is on the fastest tyre though, isn't he? So
All the spares and you just run into the back. Oh, we've got Another yellow flag. That's Daleks, I think. This is the kind of racing that I wanted to see. Oh, hello, what's going on here? He's going to be all over the... No, the spares it. Spares is looking at... Oh, there's a... Oh no.
Okay then. So I should record that. What the
John's hacking the system. I think he may have front wing damage now. He must have wing damage. Surely. That yellow flag, who's that? Oh, that's the spares spinning around in circles. Saw that for 3 second time. So technically, oh no, Luke's dropped off the pace a little bit. But he is actually running in a net 3rd place. So, imagine the scenes if he finishes here. That'd be mental. Obviously, you do have to remember Snorlax will be having 5 seconds taken off his time, but he's all over the back of Rossett.
DRS as well.
That means
he was thinking it.
I'm just going to release. Sinistro has rejoined.
I think he's going to sit and watch.
I think he's going to stream the rest of it. I don't blame him. It's a mental race. I think he is actually watching the stream, so I'll just have a quick look.
There he is.
No,
he is.
He was. Is he?
Yeah.
I couldn't see his name.
I don't know if,
Oh, here he is. Jack, you might Bradford, I think, just picked up a 3 second time penalty there as well. So Bagoo up into P7. One more safety car, and that could bring him back into things. He's going to go for... No, it doesn't go for the move just yet. Be careful.
that better?
Yeah, that's much better. And I think this is going to be a fairly easy move. So, John up into... Oh, here we go. This is what I want to see. Ex-teammates in McLaren, all both together on the same part of the track. Lucas aids into the pits. Oh, and Snorlax is into P1. Oh, Gangster Owl's out. And Brad has got past Richard as well.
Right in the same place where Sinistro. Yep.
He just got that as well. He made the move at the perfect time.
Yep, right where Sinistro retired.
Oh, and Kisbo's got a drive-through penalty, which she'll have to serve within 3 laps.
I don't get why she's got that speeding under the safety car though. Because she's got to literally go round again. She's got to go round. I'm sorry, that was a bullshit call from Codemasters. Just saying.
It is Codemasters. That's what I'm saying.
She's P10 though.
I can imagine probably the likes of... Has Richard got a front wing still? Oh yeah, he does. I mean, if Pog does have some sort of damage, he could easily pit now. Because he'd probably come out... He'll come out ahead of Lucasade. All that's picking up a 3 second time play. They're both in. Let's see if Elias comes in or not. No, Elias will take the lead of... Oh, and that's a 5 second time play for Ross as well. A man like Ramsey... Oh yeah, Pagoo's in, so he may have got front wing damage. From all that. Unless he's going on to a set of mediums. Now he's changing his front wing as well. Just as I suspect, I thought he had front wing damage. Daleks also into the pits.
John's come in as well.
Lucas they should get out ahead of Pog, but can't imagine him So
Kids might
man
get
like
Daleks.
Ramsey into P2. He does, she does. Ninjas is probably going to get Daleks as well. Which she does.
Yep.
Tony's coming into the pit, probably for a set of medium to spares. Carries on. Still got 16 laps to go. Richard up into P4. Everyone's saving their errors, apart from Daleks.
He's only in low though, so won't really affect it.
So safety car will probably come in
Next lap.
next lap. I reckon there'll be one more safety car before this race ends.
Yeah. I've noticed though, pretty much all four of the retirements have been, or three rather, three have been working in the same place. Oh no, Gangster was at turn 2, weren't it? Or in sector 2 rather.
Oh, because... Oh, I think she's hit into the back of Pogu. Need to be careful behind safety cars. You can't push under a safety car. You literally have... Whilst we're running into safety car, I'll have a look at everyone's helmets. If I can. Austin Bradford. Richards, nice. I'll look at Ross's, I think it's like a pinky.
It's white and pink, I think.
Yeah, I think he's had that since Hubert tragically passed away. We've got Snorlax. I'm sure
like
he's got to
Ramsey's.
do Kobe's kind of yeah, safety car in this lap.
I like the spares.
Tony should be able to catch up.
I like the spares' helmet. Daleks is pretty nice as well, to be fair. His helmet's really nice. Like the colour scheme.
What's Tony's? It's probably got like a Lewis Hamilton one.
No, it's purple, red and yellow, I think.
Yeah, that's kind of Lewis Hamilton's. Here we go, Elias will then bolt. He's off.
Yeah, I really like the spares, by the way. Ninjas is in the pits.
Ninjas is into the pits. S3 Ross has gone past Richard. We saw that's looking for a move on Richard himself. Quite a easy overtake. But Goose still behind Lucas Aid. Surprisingly.
I'm going off with John Nose. Gearing's
Oh,
glitching
so
out
that's
for
in
me.
the wall. Oh. That's when I thought it couldn't get any worse for the McLaren driver.
Yeah, I'm coming off with John, by the way. His thing's glitching out.
That was about like the done.
No, the gearing.
Oh no, it's fine on my one.
Oh no, it wasn't on mine. It was just over revving. Sorted itself out now, though.
Oh, Richard and Lucas Aid. Daleks picking up a 3-second time penalty. Lucas Aid's going to go for a move here, looks like. No. Oh, we've got another yellow flag. That's Kiz, I think. We've got Bradford into P1 here. Ramsey and Ross battling it out. Bagoo has finally got past Luke, and he will get an easy overtake on Richard, and now Bagoo moves up into P5. Snorlax also in for a repair. Oh, and that's Ross into the wall.
And Kids with a 5 second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane.
She might do a drive-through as well. Oh no, she's done a drive-through, I'm guessing.
No, because it takes if you got to repair your front wing, that takes over first, and then you got to do your drive pair. Because I had that problem, didn't I, in F2? I went to go and do my drive-through penalty, and it pitted me instead because I had no front wing. But I was missing part of my front wing. I was like, what the hell?
So Bradford leads this race by 1.8 seconds, and Pagoo on a charge on his old teammate here. Feels weird not to see them both in McLarens, but the only people I think to have kept their same car was Richard,
Luke,
Daleks, and Despairs that are actually here today, obviously. I believe Sinistro was in the house when he raced last season.
he was.
Okay, so he's kept this car, and here comes
Brad was in the Williams.
Pagoo on Ramsey. Oh, Ramsey. Oh! I don't know about that. I don't really know. Oh, SV Ross is retired.
In the pit lane.
That? Oh, okay. That shouldn't cause a safety car. If it does, then game
What the hell?
Broken. What?
No, I was on about that causes a safety car. You'd be like, what the like, really?
Kiz is into the pits again. Slow it down this time. There you go.
Doing a drive-through.
It's actually going to do a drive-through this time.
Yep. Yeah.
Bradford getting nearly a 3-second lead on Elias. Darren is also in the position. Moves up into P3, but I'm not really sure what happened between himself and Ramsey. Ramsey looked like he...
We'll sure get clips of it later.
From what I could tell, Ramsey... I mean, they were alongside each other. We've got, I think Snorlax has just crashed again. He has. It's not the race that he wanted. From what I could see, Pagoo was making an overtake on Ramsey.
And Ramsey tried to cut him off.
Ramsey looked like he just went in too deep, and then when John was trying to obviously turn in for the corner, I think they made just slight contact. I think Snorlax is going to retire. So everyone will be picking up points apart from Kiz. Tony picks up another 3-second time penalty. Lucas doing very, very well in P4. Gonna have to be careful. I know Snorlax's car has disappeared now. The spares is all over the back of Daleks. Oh, spares for a move. He's just been run out wide. That's fair but hard racing. And Pagoo all over the back of Elias here. Could be a Ferrari 1-2. Elias obviously on those very hard tyres. I mean, they're not very hard, but they're the hardest compound.
John's on the quicker tyres.
Daleks and Despairs still battling. It's helping Lucas aid this little battle here. I reckon these two are going to make contact soon.
Yep.
The why I can just feel it. The goo.
John's in DRS range as Elias.
Yeah, he won't make a move into that corner. To me, this DRS straight is pointless.
Yep.
So pointless.
I think the only track
But
that
the
needs
next
work
two...
on, like in the actual calendar, is Spa, personally.
What do you mean?
El Rouge. They need to rework El Rouge.
Ah,
It's
mate,
dangerous. It's too dangerous.
too dangerous. When it comes to spares, Alex goes to the inside to cover off any sort of move. Both Alphas having a pretty decent race. Both into the point, both Red Bulls into the point as well. Lucas A doing a stellar job for Mercedes. Go all over the back of Elias. Obviously these two were fighting it out for the championship last season, now they're fighting it out on track, which is just going to help Bradford pull away. Elias might get some DRS here because he has Kisbo just ahead of him. Obviously going to be a lap down now.
That's Luke ahead of him, actually.
That's not. Luke's behind these two guys, you tit.
Oh.
That's Kisbo ahead of these two. I didn't think Elias got DRS, it didn't. Elias goes very defensive.
Despairs with a 3-second time.
3-second time penalty.
Kids moved out the way for him.
Pagoo ran out slightly wide there. Another yellow flag.
I think it's kids moving out the way.
Yeah. Well, here comes Pagoo. He's got a very good line, but Elias has DRS this lap.
Oh, they touched.
Pagoo
Little
able
love
to
tap.
So if it was F1 2018, Elias would have been spun round because of the bubble that there was.
Yeah.
Honestly, you could be like, I don't know, probably like.
Yeah, I know about it.
Without touching them.
I knew about
and
it.
And then apparently you would spin them.
Contrast and rhythms and all that.
Oh, they're fucking hilarious. I was watching them this morning.
I've noticed that they've not made that many videos on this game.
Because
the
trash.
Not that as well, because the driving standards online are actually appalling.
That's why I don't do 5 lappers. Like, if I'm gonna race online, I want to do V racing, not stupid 5 lap fucking thingies. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've seen the driving standards and they're all.
Then move Lucas A up into 3rd. Line's at the door. I wonder who. Lucas A's into 3rd. Oh, Pagoo getting a 3-second time penalty.
Imagine the scenes though if Luke gets a podium.
Shut up. Has Elias got any penalties? I don't think he does. He's
I think John's
warning away from it though.
I think John's still in DRS range of them though.
Yeah, ain't just. Man like Lucas is gonna get a podium.
Maybe.
Despairs can get back into DRS, but Despairs Barlett's makes a mistake.
To be fair, Daleks is on hards and Despairs is on medium, so.
Come on, Luke. I want an interview after the race. Who's all over the back of Elias again though. Oh, who's thumping up and down the stairs? Got,
And
Richard
then
on the back of
just
Tony.
spun.
Sounds about right.
Same place where
Richard onto the back of Tony.
Luke binned it in qualifying.
Oh,
3 second
Bradford
time
with a
penalty.
3 second time penalty as well. I don't want to say something, like I'm going to message you, because then technically I'm not, I don't know if you actually remember. Oh, here goes Pagoo actually. Pagoo round the outside and he's into the lead. What an
Great
overtake.
move. What a move.
Oh, who's got fastest lap?
I think it was
Oh
Brad.
my god, he's gonna, no, it's Pog. He's gonna get the first extra point for a Grand Slam, and Bradford is up into... Oh no, Brad, no, please don't. Don't take Luke's podium away. Oh my god, how much speed does he want? Brad, round the outside! Oh my god, what an overtake. Brad's gonna ruin it for Luke, I can feel it already.
He literally just lost
Brad.
it coming out of that corner.
Crash! You're not allowed to overtake Luke for his first podium. Go away.
That'd be his first podium in SVOR, wouldn't it?
Yeah. He nearly had one at Britain until he binned it on the last lap. Like an absolute bot that he is. I think Luke will be pretty happy with
P4.
P4. Especially with a dreadful race at the end.
I like the helmet design he's using though.
Got like a Mercedes colour, isn't he? I think.
Yeah, he's got a silver helmet, but he's got pink around it.
Isn't Kisbo running pink on her helmet?
Yeah. She's running blue, yellow, and pink, I believe.
Currently getting lapped, but Tony's just hit the ball about 3 times. Actually, that's pretty much standard for Tony.
Very much.
So it looks like Ferrari are going to be coming away with some fairly decent points. Pagoo has finally got out of... I think he's only got 1 penalty.
Brad's going to have DRS.
Yeah. Oh!
I think Brad pitted for fastest lap, by the way.
He did. Oh.
Yep. Told ya.
And Luke stayed into P4, but he's going to get a very good exit here. Got him stuck it down his own side. Right, now you just need to keep ahead of Daleks. 4 laps to go.
To be fair though, Daleks is 2.8 seconds behind him, so...
Let's see if penalties. Daleks has penalties though. He has
I think
9
Brad
seconds
has
left
penalties as well though, didn't he?
Luke served his 5-second time penalty in the pit stop, didn't he? Yeah. So Luke actually doesn't have any penalties. Brad's
got 6 seconds. Because he's probably served one inside the pits.
Ooh. Yeah, he served his 5 seconds. So Lucas, they could technically still finish.
Elias doesn't have a penalty, by the
Well,
way.
if he's doing that, I'm sure
And then
Pog will
John-
start picking up the speed.
John's only got 1 penalty. Elias doesn't have any penalties though.
But he's got warnings though, isn't he? He's 1 away from a penalty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, Luke. Try and stay inside 6 seconds of Brad.
It seems. 2 laps to go. I mean, Luke will definitely still get P4 no matter what happens. Because Dalek still has a shit ton of penalties. The spares, I'm not
2,
100% sure.
3. He's got three
Oh
three
no,
lots.
because
He's
he
on 9
didn't.
seconds.
He got another 5 second time penalty which he hasn't served. So he's got 8 seconds worth of penalties on him. So Luke will
This
most likely finish P4 because he's 3.6 behind. Well, Elias is most likely gonna finish P2. Elias will. Brad, touch
he's
and
got
go. If he picks up another penalty, then he
he's
may
got 6
lose
seconds at the
P4 to
moment.
Luke.
I think Brad
How
has
far is
6.
he away from a next penalty though? He's 2 warnings away.
Yeah.
Got a 5 second gap now. He'll get out of that window. Pogu is now out of the 3 second window that he needed. Despairs is in.
Tiny another 310.
Tony. Andy's going to move up into P6 here.
Don't know why you pit the spares on
Oh,
lap
we got you a
28.
flag. Oh, and Gizmo's into the ball. And she can't keep it on the track apparently. Don't reverse because you'll get disqualified. Tony making a very wide line. Despairs is going for fastest lap. Pagoo. About to start his final lap.
Daleks is right on the back of Luke, by the way.
Yeah, but he's got penalties.
Yeah.
I think Lucas's tyres are starting to fall off now. Lucas has more errs to help him.
The spares has left it a little bit too late to go fastest lap though.
No, he hasn't. He's got one more. He's got 1 lap to do it. He did it yesterday in VVR. Before he crashes out. Where is Pog? He's coming through the fast left right hander. And Pagoo finished last season as champion. And he's going to come across the line, start his championship with a win, and massive victory for him. And he comes across the line, he wins the Australian Grand Prix, and Elias will come home in P2, and Brad in P3, Lucas Aid, round the final corner. He's going to come home P4 unless he somehow managed to beat Brad. Oh, and Daleks comes home in P5, and Ramsey. Very decent season last season. Finishing best of the rest of everyone. And he's going to come home P6. And Richard comes home in P5 to Spares. In P7, Tony.
He didn't even get fastest lap, by the way.
Oh, so Bradford got fastest lap. And Tony comes home in P9 and Ninjas. didn't even finish. He did finish now. And then Kisbo. I mean, she's had a lot of difficulties. What are you? Kisbo ran the final corner now to come home in P11. We will now invite the 3 drivers. So that was Brad.
John, Brad.
Where's Elias? There he is. Just waiting for the drivers to join the party, and then we can get the interviews underway.
Yay, P3. After dying 18 times.
Right, is everyone in?
No, well,
John. Here he
There he
is.
is. Too busy celebrating. Include your audio, lads. There we go.
Let's go!
Right, so the finishing order of the Australian Grand Prix, SV Bagoo, starting the season how he finished it with a win, I think. Yes. No, I don't know. Elias in P2, Bradford in P3. What a coincidence that the first 3 is how last season finished.
I didn't notice that.
Lucas Aid with an amazing result in P4, Daleks P5, Ramsey in P6, Richard P7, Despairs P8, Tony P9, Ninjas in P10, and Kisbo in P11. Out of the race we have SV Snorlax, SV Ross, Gangster Owl, Darren 21, Sinistro. We will go to the winner, SV Pagoo. I mean, pretty up and down race for yourself. Had a bit of front wing damage a couple of times. I don't know how many pit stops you made. I lost count after the first couple. But you've come away with a win once again. Same as last time as well at Australia. Just give us a few words on how you feel right now and how your race went from your perspective.
Oh, that race was insane. Probably one of the best recovery drives I've ever done. In like 4 or 5 years of worth of league racing. So start off, lost the car on the formation lap, got grass on my tyres, got disqualified, so I started off with 80 tyres on the start. I don't know if Sinistro jumped the start or not, or his lights went out and everyone else, because he passed Ross and Brad before even turn 1. So either that or he just got one hell of a lightning start and he's bottoms in disguise. But yeah, safety car came out, and then I think the lobby was all over the place personally. Like there was Ramsey was like disconnecting, reconnecting. There was loads of other drivers doing that as well. There was only a few. I think Elias was probably one of the only few people that was actually stable and wasn't jumping around on my screen. So maybe a host issue. But safety car came out, and I got a punt up the arse. Safety car restart, and I got front wing damage as well. So I had to come in, set of tyres, then the safety car came out again, and then on the restart of that, Despair spun, got wing damage again. I was like, right, I'll go onto a set of hards, and then another safety car came out, so I went mediums again all the way to the end of the race, and I just kept my head down, and with the safety cars actually working now in this game, that's just proof as to never give up, and I'm happy to start this blast, especially with my boy Brad coming in third. The 2 heroic Ferrari comeback drives. Love it.
Yeah. Last question for you. I was on board with you when you were trying to overtake Ramsey, and it, from my perspective, it looked like he just kind of like went straight on.
He missed his brake.
Couldn't make the corner.
He missed his braking zone completely. Yeah, like I don't know what happened with Carl. I went to go around the outside, and as I turned in, obviously I was on the far right, left-hand side. I was on the far outside as far as I could go, and when I turned in, his rear was there. I was just like, well, he's completely overshot the corner, so he wouldn't have made it either way. So
Okay.
I didn't get a recording of it because apparently
We were on
some of the
board,
guys in the party were
so-
saying it was on board on stream. So I'll
Yeah,
It was.
we-
get a clip of it. But
yeah, we didn't really. feel
I
like
think
going
I
for-
I went to the
Recorded
outs. Yeah,
I think I recorded it.
I went to the outside, and you know, there was nowhere I could have gone. You know, if I would have
No.
backed out the corner, I would have to go on the grass and the gravel. And from my point of view, I don't think he would have made the corner anyway. So, because obviously, his car was pretty much still when I went to turn in. So, and obviously he
Yeah.
spun the opposite direction. So, I'll leave that to the stewards. That's not mine. That's not my decision to make. So, whatever the stewards say, you know, I'll do. I know a couple of guys during the race got a couple of bullshitty 5-second time
Yeah,
penalties
we
and stuff
saw
like
that.
that, which I think
Yeah, we saw that.
obviously if those guys have got clips, yeah, hopefully if the guys have got clips, they can send them in.
Oh,
so
we
you
all
guys
caught it
can
on
obviously
stream.
remove them
We saw
amend the
that.
times.
Yeah, well, congratulations on your win. Obviously, you didn't get the Grand Slam because your teammate could have took that off you, but we will talk to him in a few minutes. But we're gonna. Oh God.
He deserves
Is there anything
deserves
else
the fastest lap, to be honest. He deserves the fastest lap,
enough.
and you know, if it was going to be a 1-2, you know, he probably would have let me have the Grand Slam, but he was pushing, trying to get second. So, you know, by all means, you know, in the end of the day, it's early days, like we said in the press conference. You know, at the moment, both me and Brad are fighting for the drivers' titles. Obviously, constructors is important, but we're still both separate drivers fighting. So at the moment, there's no team orders here.
That's what I like to hear. But yeah, congratulations on your win, and obviously a pole
Thank
position
you.
for yourself. We'll move on to second place, Elias. Pretty decent race for yourself. Had a nice battle, I believe, with Ross, like during the race, and then I believe you were leading at one point, and then obviously a battle between yourself and Magoo nearer to the end of the race, and then had Bradford catching up on you, but obviously penalties kind of helped you there. But yeah, just give us a few words on how your race went tonight.
Yeah, it was quite a good race. Got quite lucky with all the safety cars. It helped quite a lot. But yeah, had a good start and made a few places, and then yeah, kept it clean whilst everyone else was binning it. And yeah, and then there's, I don't know, one of the third, second safety car came out, whatever, and pitted for the hards, and yeah, just stayed on it and dragged it out to P2. But yeah, it was a good race. It was fun. Had quite a few battles throughout the race, but yeah, it's quite frustrating because you know, second and a half off P1 isn't that far, you know, isn't that much, but yeah, it's one better than last year, so yeah.
Well, congratulations. Obviously second in the championship. Just like last season now, apparently, because that's how we finished. But anyway, congratulations on the P2. We'll move on to SV Bradford. Obviously, bit of an up and down race for yourself as well. Seems like there's a coincidence at Ferrari, like they do in real life. But yeah, you've come away with another P3, which is apparently where you like to finish, because that's where you started the season off last season with a P3 for like the first 3 races or something like that. And you've got another P3, so congratulations. Obviously another fastest lap, so that's 16 points for yourself. And obviously Ferrari will be leading both championships. But yeah, just give us a few words on how your race went tonight.
it was an up and down race as you found, as the start went. Sinistra had a lightning start. By turn 1, I think I was P5 because Elias actually got me around the outside and Matt. But it was a good start. Then the safety car came out. Thought it was a good thing. Then when John spun, it wasn't because we would have been a different outcome of the race. And then I got Daleks around the outside of turn. I think it's the corner before the penultimate corner. Actually, I got him around the inside, which I thought was a good move. Yeah, but that was before he decided to not brake into the back of my car and treat it as a bumper car, which I'm gonna have words with him after this. See what he was thinking about. But other than that, it was good. As soon as I put on those softs, because I had to pit again, I just was an overtaking master. Around the outside of Despairs at turn 11, then around the outside of Daleks again around turn 13. And
Yeah, we saw that one.
I just carried on pushing. I knew I couldn't get Elias with the amount of penalties I had. So I thought if I just tried to catch him, it would have been an improvement knowing that if I didn't get any penalties or didn't get hit by Daleks, I could have contended, well, had a chance at P2, but I just missed out. So GG to John and Elias for those positions for them.
Congratulations on your P3. John, I did actually catch your overtake on Elias at turn 1, and me and Jack
Wasn't turn 1.
congratulated you on. Was it not turn 1?
Wasn't turn 1.
Overtake at turn
No.
It was turn 10.
Turn 1 then.
It was Elias that.
You overtook someone at turn 1, and that was an amazing overtake. So
Was it?
yeah, I think it was you anyway. I think it was you or Brad. It was a red car. So
It was.
but anyway,
That was me. That was me.
but yeah, just a special congratulations to Luke, who managed to finish P4 after holding off Daleks. Brad, I am gonna have to have a word with you after the race because you've hurt his feelings, arsehole. You've destroyed his inability.
Sounds
Anyway,
like a
guys,
personal problem.
Probably it is Luke. So, but yeah, congratulations to all 3 of you. Thank you, Jack, for helping me out once again tonight. We will be back next week for the Belgian Grand Prix.
That'll be fun.
China or Bahrain or whatever it is. We've got a bit of a mixed.
Elite Belgium.
But obviously we will be back.
Belgium, don't you,
again.
mate?
And we will be back very soon. Bye.
What's that? What's your favourite corner again? Is it